named a mini seminar on natural capital in a big room. I'm happy to facilitate this agenda item today. Biodiversity and ecosystem services are at the core of the CBD. And in recent years, the concept of natural capital has increasingly entered the stage. This concept goes along with emphasizing the importance of managing externalities and is very much linked to accounting. In this, it may offer some opportunities and help approach certain target groups. You can see the slide with the questions that we have today. The objective of this session had been defined by the organizers in advance to this conference, and I'm reading this out. The aim of the session is to elaborate upon the idea of natural capital. In this session, we will explore the economics behind natural capital valuation and why it makes sense for businesses to embrace natural capital accounting as an economic opportunity. The session will discuss the state and the added value of natural capital accounting systems and examines future perspectives when incorporating natural capital into the calculations of businesses and the marketplace more generally. Our questions today are: what is the state of natural capital accounting systems? Why is it important for businesses to incorporate natural capital accounting into their business strategies? What are the economic advantages of doing so? How do we incorporate the costs of externalities like ecosystem service into the structure of the marketplace? What makes an effective accounting system? What are the future perspectives and the way forward, and what can we recommend from this session today? We have experts on the table, and we are happy to listen to Mr. Richard Spencer, who is the head of sustainability at the Chartered Accountants in England and Wales. He will give a presentation on the role of ecosystem services. Mr. Tom Barnett, he's a strategic account director at Truecost, and will talk about making the economic case for better environmental management. Ms. Violaine Berger from the World Business Council, she's a director of ecosystems and landscape management, and she will talk about perspectives to natural capital thinking and some projects that are out there working on that issue. And Mr. Michael Beutler, he's the Sustainability Operations Director at Kering, and he will give us a corporate example. Myself, I'm Carolin Bossmeyer. I'm representing the Biodiversity in Good Company initiative, which is a network of companies with a German focus, but due to our historical background, we also have very dedicated members from Brazil and also Japan in our network. And if you're interested in learning by example, for example, how our companies, some of which are well-known brands and multinationals, how they do it, you may have a look at the progress reports that they deliver about their work. We have a leadership declaration that they have to sign, and they deliver reports every 2 years, and you can see some examples of how companies approach the issue of biodiversity and also some aspects on natural capital accounting. Just this slide to prepare the ground for our discussion. It's a graphic that we took over into one of our publications. It comes from the MAIS analytical framework from the European Commission and tries to give an overview of what natural capital means. And it contains 3 columns. It's the geological resources that we have. It's also, secondly, the abiotic flows that we have. But if it comes to the CBD and biodiversity and ecosystem services and to the focus that we have today here, we are mostly talking about the ecosystem capital when addressing natural capital. And the character of ecosystem capital is that it is renewable, but depletable at the same time. And we have to take care by managing this aspect of natural capital. We have to take care of the ecosystem, our ecosystems, as an asset. If you talk in terms of in the capital language, but also have a look at the ecosystem services that flow from this asset. And I'd like to ask you to keep that in mind. One last slide. I'm German, I have to say that, and I was asked by the Finns to do so. Time management, that's really something we are good in Germany, but the Finns are not bad either. We had just 5 minutes today. So we try to stick to our time management. We will have presentations of 15 minutes each at maximum, and then I want to have a vivid discussion with the audience. I will allow some questions directly after each presentation, and so if you manage to do well, we will have 20 to 30 minutes afterwards to really discuss. And I think it's really a great issue to be honest and to be provocative. Thank you very much. So.